Hello everyone, in this video I have a mixed media process to share with you for the Thompson's Craft Supplies design team. I'm using September's very beautiful Autumn Breeze kit. I'm still just absolutely in love with this kit, and what I'm doing in this video is altering or decorating or whatever you want to call it the wooden tags that came in this kit. I'm pretty sure they're Tim Holtz ones. They're quite nice and big ones, so you know you've got a lot of space to play around and do lots of things on them. I'm starting off by putting a layer of gesso on there just so I've got a nice base to work with and none of my mediums start to like sink into the wood or anything. And I'm going to decorate each one kind of the same but also kind of different. Like one is going to be a more gold toned and one is going to be more of a sort of a rose goldy copper thing going on. So I'm starting off with this tag. We'll call them tag A and tag B just to make life easier. I've mixed some crackle paste there, that's the Ranger one, with a gelato in the colour chocolate, I think. I prefer to use a dry colour medium with my crackle paste because if you start adding things like inks or really wet colour mediums, then it waters down the crackle paste and then it doesn't have as nice a crackle kind of thing. So anyway, that's why I prefer to use a dry medium, generally speaking. And I'm also just scraping off some of the leftovers onto my other tag just to give it some crackly goodness. And then on this one, as you can see, I'm using the same stencil that comes in the kit, so they do kind of have the same thing going on in some places, but I'm just using Nouveau embellishment mousse in gold for this one and then just drying those off. The Ranger crackle paste does really well under a heat tool. I've said this every time I use crackle paste, but some crackle paste you have to leave to dry. Others can be used with a heat tool. You just have to kind of figure out which ones. And then, very scary moment there, I snapped the tree from the kit in half because I wanted to use it on both tags. It's weird, I had that thought as soon as I saw that tree in the kit. I was like, I want to snap that in half. I don't know why, I've just got the urge to do it. So that's what I did. As you see, it didn't exactly go in half. I've kind of got more of a bushy bit on one side and then the rest of it is like more obviously a tree. But anyways, with the first one I am embossing it with some rose gold embossing powder. As you see, I just sort of smushed my embossing ink all over, and then I'm also adding this embossing powder which I have forgotten the name of, but it will be in the description box. It's a Paper Mania one, and using my embossing ink pen I'm just sort of colouring in the leaves, and then, well, not colouring in, adding the embossing ink to the leaves, and then adding this sort of gold sparkly one, just adding a bit more interest and sparkle and stuff to where the leaves on the tree are supposed to be, make it look more autumnal kind of thing. And then with the other bit of the tree I'm just going to paint on the Imagination Crafts paint from the kit, and I'm going to do 2 layers of that, and the second layer I'm kind of splooshing it on like in big chunks kind of thing, so you get quite a lot of texture. It's got a lot of body, this paint. It is really good. I have a feeling I'm going to get through it quite quickly because I really just genuinely love using it. But you can see there's quite a lot of texture on that tree where I've just splooshed the paint. I haven't added any other medium modelling paste or anything like that. It's just the paint. Then I decided basically I wanted to use my rose gold glitter paste because I haven't used it in months. I haven't had like chance or opportunity to do so, and because I'd embossed the tree with the rose gold, I just wanted to include my rose gold glitter paste on tag A. So that butterfly stencil was just a cheap one, and I've added the little butterflies with the glitter paste, and then I'm adding more crackle paste through this stencil, which as you can see is a rubbish stencil and didn't stencil very well. Oh, sorry, I had to pause the voiceover for a second there to have a slight coughing fit. Do not know if allergies or if getting a cold or whatever, completely unrelated. On top of that crackle paste I've just sort of smooshed a distress crayon in the colour Antiqued Bronze. I think I might have got that wrong. That was actually in a previous Thompson's kit, and I just kind of smooshed it over to get some nice colour on there. And then I'm going to spray inks all over my tags. So the ones I've sprayed on tag A, I've already forgotten which one's which. The one on the left is the Acaldo ink that I bought from the works a long time ago. Unfortunately they don't do it anymore, and I mix it at a sort of 50-50 ratio with water. And it's I can't remember if it's copper. I think it's called rose gold, but it's kind of more coppery. Anyway, and then I'm also using, oh wait, hang on, I'm going to have to get my list. What have I done with it? I am also using Lindy's in Cowabunga Copper and Distress Stain Spray and Tarnish Brass. And then here I'm also going to add just a little bit of light stamping with some StazOn ink in Stone Grey using Kaiser Craft stencils. So I've done a scripty font stamping on tag. Now I've changed them around on one tag, and then I used the music one on the other one. And then just skipping forward in time a little bit, I had to get all my embellishments out and have a little play with them and stuff, and I'm just sort of figuring out what I'm going to put on each tag, really. So as I said, one has kind of got the more rose goldy darker tones to it, and the other one is the brighter golder, more like, I suppose you would call them more traditional autumn colours. So on each tag I'm going to add a little phrase or saying or something. Both are just little ephemera pieces or from cut apart from the kit. So we've got tag A. I don't know why I bothered giving them names. I don't know why. But that one says, do great things with great heart, or good things. See, now I've covered it up with my hand and I can't see what it says. I'm sure you can see what it says. And then this one that says life's blessings, which I think is quite autumnally appropriate, I suppose you could say. Both my trees going on, everything, by the way, absolutely everything is getting stuck on with the Prima 3D gloss gel. So just saying that now so I don't have to repeat myself. That tree, because of the way I'd snapped it, obviously there wasn't really a way I could put it at the edge. So I'm using that space between the tree and the actual edge of the tag just to sort of put lots of things. That tissue crepe paper stuff that I'm using there was actually that loopy stuff that was from the 49 and market pack from the kit, the wooden loopy, whatever you want to call it, the circles. Anyway, that tissue crepe paper was sort of holding those together, and I didn't want to use the whole thing, so I took it out, and I was like, actually, I think I'm going to use this as decoration. So it's sort of a base for my little acorns to sit on. I've used some twine, I've used that sort of long brown leafy stuff, and then there's that sort of wooden loopy, it's not wooden, it's more like a hemp. And I had to pause again for another coughing fit. I'm so sorry. I really hope I'm not getting a cold, but it would be a good sign of autumn, because come autumn, come the head colds. Anyways, those hearts there, I desperately wanted to include those just because I think they are so beautiful. Oh, the little, I've no idea what you would call it, the little round thing that I've put at the top of the tag on the right there, I coloured that with embellishment mousse. That's the thing you're supposed to attach to the loopy holy bit of the tag, but as you can tell, I don't know the proper words for anything. Anyway, I coloured it with embellishment mousse and I stuck it on with some gloss gel. And yeah, instead of having that on the second tag, I wanted to add the heart instead. Here, these little bits I'm adding here, these are all from the Kaisercraft Anthology sticker sheet from the kit. And these are all those sort of long stickers that you can either just put in one strip or you can cut them up and fussy cut them a bit. So I've fussy cut butterflies to put on the rose goldy tag, and I've got those little birdies to put on the more goldy tag. Wanted to include those are really pretty. I swapped the hearts over. I decided I wanted the slightly smaller heart, I think, on the Goldie tag, and then also the heart that I put on the rose gold tag, because of the shape of them, they're not flat. I just had to sort of lift it up, and I used a little bit of that lace that was left over from that 49 and market pack. I'm going to be adding some of the Prima crystals just because they're so pretty and shiny. Added that little bird onto tag A, I think, just to have, I like that little area down there is sort of built up behind the flower with lots of little things. There's like a butterfly hidden behind and that sort of seed pod thing. I'm not good with the names of things, am I? No, never been one of my talents. Anyways, still continuing to add all these little bits and bobs. And then after this, I think I'm just going to finish off with many splatters. What I did want to say in this video, while I remember, is for those of you who are watching this and kind of going, I love all the colours and stuff, but mixed media just isn't my jam, or I haven't got the right equipment, or I don't want to invest in all this stuff. Just a reminder that the Thompson's Craft Supplies now do a papercraft only kit. So it's basically this kit just without the heavy mixed media stuff. So it's still all the papers and the sticker sheets and a couple of the little wooden pieces, and the papercraft kit also has its own pack of thickers, which is not in the mixed media kit. So anyways, for those of you, as I said, who are just like, still not sure about this thing, I would try out the papercraft kit. It is cheaper as well. So anyways, I will link it for you guys to check it out. As I said, all I'm doing here is adding many splatters in. I've got Heidi's Pop Colour Shine in both gold and raspberry. I've gone back to the Lindy's Cowabunga Copper, and I'm also adding some gesso splatters as well. And here I'm taking some glitter glue. This is the Dovecraft stuff in gold, and just doing what I did on my first project actually with this kit was to add the glitter glue around the petals of those brown flowers. I think it just looks really nice, that sort of beigey taupey colour, fawn colour maybe. Anyway, whatever it is, goes really nice with the gold. But I'm also adding other little gold glitter hints around the tag, just like on the acorns and the hearts and stuff, just little touches of glitter, so like not all the attention goes to the flower. And with a couple more gesso splatters and just toning up some bits and pieces of splatters where I didn't quite like what was going on, I am finished. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you shall be seeing some close-ups right about now. Please let me know if you have any questions or anything to say. Please leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. All the links that I can find I will add in the description box below, including of course all the links to Thompson's craft supplies and that paper craft kit that I was telling you about. Links that I will not provide, however. I've decided to stop searching for colour shine, Heidi Spot colour shine links, because it's just getting harder and harder to find them. So yeah, there won't be those links, but all the other links will be available. So yes, I think it's time for me to go. Thank you so much for watching again. Bye bye.